Howdy everyone, it's your boy SmackDown here, and I'm going to be participating in the Once the Journey 2021 Pokemon Challenge. Now this was originally made by Crasher Plays and Reacts, so go check out his channel, link in the description. Okay, I'm going to state the rules. One starter on my team, one pseudo-legendary, no legendary or mythicals. Because of the team being broken, I am allowed to have up to 3 additional Pokemon to rotate on my team. Now, to complete the challenge, I have to give details of each of your selections and briefly explain why I chose those Pokemon. I have to say which region I hail from, what would my profession be in the Pokemon world, whether it be a professor, a trainer, a gym leader, or champion. Now, I also have to say what my goals be. I have to say who would my companions and rivals be, because it could be either someone from the anime or from the games. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to tag 5 people that I like to see take part in the challenge. Now, let's begin. As for my starter, I would honestly have to go for my favorite, the Decidueye. It is the final evolution of my all-time favorite Pokemon, Rowlet. I love it in anime. My first ever Pokemon in Sun and Moon, I chose a Rowlet. My Decidueye, Sammy, he carried my team. I love this Pokemon to death. For my second team member, I would go with the kick-butt fighting bug Pokemon, Heracross. Heracross, since I first found out about it, always been one of my favorite Pokemon. It's actually in my top 10 favorites as of late, because I have recently gotten back into my love of this Pokemon. I loved Ash's in the show. It was so adorable and cool when it needed to be. But yeah, I have never actually used a Heracross in a playthrough. I really do want to, actually. I'll try to get around to that sometime. But yeah, Heracross, it's an amazing Pokemon. On to the next one. Stepping up to the plate as my favorite bird Pokemon, I choose Staraptor. It is absolutely, by far, by a large margin, the best flying type Pokemon. As I said with Heracross, I love Ash's in the anime. Any Staraptor, show it to me, I will instantly recognize it. I love this Pokemon. I love giving the ones that I use in Pokemon Showdown close combat. It does tons of damage, it wrecks house, and I will make sure to use this as my prominent flyer in my journey. Now on to the choice of my pseudo-legendary Pokemon for my team. Now, I don't really have a high opinion on many. I don't hate any of them. I'm just not a huge fan. There are only really 2 that I would go for, and that would be Dragonite and Goodra. But between the 2, I honestly would rather go for Goodra. Every single time I think about these 2, Goodra is always the one I prefer. I love Ash's in the show. I have used Goodra several times in a playthrough before, in Sun and Moon specifically. I love using it. It is amazing. I like to do the Ash strategy and use Bide along with Ice Beam and Dragon Pulse. It helps a lot, honestly, for me, because I don't really play for strategy. I just play for fun. So Goodra is the pseudo-legendary I will go for. Heading back over to the Alola region, once again, I will have to go with Dust Lycanroc. I love this Pokemon so much. Ash is in the anime, of course. It is the best doggo. Won him the Alola League. It is my favorite Pokemon on his team besides Rowlet. It is also one of my favorite Pokemon that I used in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It is actually my favorite team member now I'm thinking about it. Sammy was my favorite in Sun and Moon. My Lycanroc was my favorite in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Now in this Lycanroc, I'd be packing stuff like Stone Edge, a Cell Rock, and for a coverage move, I probably have a bite move like Fire Fang if it can learn that. Okay, on to the final team member. Now, when it came to discussing my final Pokemon, I had a tough time figuring this one out, because there were actually 3 options that I really loved to death, but one of them just steamrolled the other 2. And that option was the ground flying type Pokemon, Gliscor. I love this Pokemon to death. It has been one of my favorite Pokemon since I was little. I love Ashton in the show. Every time I see a Gliscor, I get super excited because I get reminded, I get hit in the nostalgia field about how much I love this Pokemon. I've actually used one in Pokemon Showdown. It is one of my favorite things I've ever done. I had a Poison Heal Gliscor with the Toxic Orb. That is all kinds of broken to use, and it may be a bit frail, but I think I can use it to get me a couple good wins on my journey. As for my 3 reserves in the back, I would go for Sirfetch'd, Weasel, and Donphan. Now, the reason I say Sirfetch'd is because it has recently become one of my absolute favorite Pokemon from every generation. I used Galarian Farfetch on 2 of my 3 playthroughs of Sword and Shield. I slap a leak on it, It has tanked through several battles. It has won me tons of battles through my journey. I would go for Weasel instead of Floatzel, honestly, because I think if I slap an Eviolite on it, give it a couple good moves like Ice Punch, Priority Aqua Jet, I can make some good use out of it. And finally, Donphan. It's just because Donphan has always been one of my favorites from the early generations. I love Ashes in the anime. It has a cute fan pea. I love the fact this thing is a tiger elephant. That's really cool. And the final reason, honestly, has Hyper Beam. I like a lot of Pokemon that can use Hyper Beam. Now, as to the region I would hail from, it would very honestly be the Alola region. My first ever region that I played in 2016. I love Alola. It is one of the only regions, honestly, that I don't really hate a single Pokemon from. It has some of the greatest Pokemon ever, like Alolan Raichu, Rowlet, Decidueye. It has stuff like Dust Lycanroc, as I said earlier, and also it has my favorite mythical, Melmetal. I count that as a Gen 7 Pokemon, not a Gen 8 one, just because it's like, it doesn't really bother me, honestly. But yeah, okay, on to the next one. Now, as for my profession in the Pokemon world, I wouldn't be a rookie trainer. I would actually start off from where I ended in Sun and Moon as the Pokemon champion. But I still want to be stronger than I am right now. So I would participate in the Pokemon World Coronation Series like Ash in the anime. I would do that. I would try to get stronger and stronger and be really powerful trainers like Lance, Leon, Raihan, Cynthia especially, any person you could think of. Now, as for rivals and companions, starting off with the companions, I would choose as my male companion, honestly, I can't decide between these two, so I'm going to say both. It'd be a team, like squad of 4. It'd be Brock and Go. Brock has always been my favorite male companion of Ash. I've seen him in every series he's in. I love him. I love his portrayal in the anime. I love him in the games a lot. Go, he's a newer companion. Many people don't like him, honestly, but I don't really see the hate. I like his character. He's a fun character. And for female companion, I would go for the best Pokegirl, Dawn. She has always been one of, if not my favorite traveling companion of Ash in the show. She has one of my favorite Pokemon companions in the show, which is a Piplup. I love that Pokemon. It can be a grass and ties, but it is also a very lovable, very goofy Pokemon. Now, for my rivals, I would go for Hau, Paul, and Gladion. All 3 except for Hau, which is the game incarnation. The other 2 are the anime incarnations. Now, for Paul, I don't really know how to say this, but I've always loved this character. It's been like a love and hate relationship, but Paul is still a really good rival. I like his team selection. Now, I'm not really going to select his team for him. You know, he has a ton of Pokemon. I don't really want to go through that. But for Gladion, I feel like, just like Ash, he has a strive to be the very best. And just like me, I love his character because we're both stubborn. We can be a little, arrogant sometimes, but we're still lovable characters. Now, for Hau, his game character specifically, the Malasada Muncher himself, I love his team. He inspired one of my choices in my game, Alolan and Raichu, so I gotta give him props for that. In the anime, he has one of my favorite Pokemon. Again, that's Decidueye. It is amazing. Now, on to the next thing. Now, with that being said, it is finally time for me to tag the 5 anti-Poketubers that I want to do this challenge. The 5 I'm going to tag are Niall Kelly, Lima Trainer Zach, the Pokeraft, Entity Maze, M&J TV, and Ace Trainer Liam. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. Bye.